Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Real Talk with ZTS, where we, as brothers, search for ways to share our voices while having a good time just talking, having those real talk conversations, our shared experiences, and reacting to random topics and articles. As we always say, we all have something to share, and we look forward to sharing and building that community of stories that we can all relate to. Now enjoy the episode.
Oh, damn. What's up?
What's going on, man?
Not much, man. It's the first time we're rolling deep at night, but we gotta make it work. How's you guys cleaning going?
It's going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're coming in town for the weekend? Just
Yeah.
because?
Well, they're doing wedding stuff,
Oh,
wedding
gotcha.
dress stuff.
Oh, gotcha. Dang. That's exciting. What about you though?
I'm chilling, bro. That's why I said like tomorrow works great
know.
because they're
I
gonna be
know.
gone like all day. That's why when you said Saturday morning, I'm like, oh, that works. I can do it.
Yeah, because what originally what the plan was, because so her family was going to go to the beach, out on the west coast by Ocean Shores, and we already, you know how busy this week is. I mean, you literally spent majority of this week, driving all over the west coast.
I know, man. I think I put like close to 2,000 miles on my car.
Jeez, yeah,
Since last
and
Friday. Yeah, it's been like a week.
so I don't blame you. And so, we were having a busy week and all this stuff. And so we started just trying to like cut plans and stuff. And her family was going to go and I was like, well, you okay? Just going without me. And she was like, yeah, originally that was the plan. But then, after a while, it means a lot because like the point of the trip was for like my aunt who recently passed away, her son really wanted to go to this place because it was where like his mom loved to camp all the time. So then after a while when we started cutting some plans, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll probably regret it. But so that's why we're going like super early in the morning, just so we could beat the Labor Day, Saturday, Friday. Oh, wait, no, tomorrow's Saturday. Like Labor Day, campers and stuff.
Yeah, it was crazy. Just the amount of traffic. Just because where we live, it's like Tahoe is like 4 hours away or something.
Yeah.
So it was nuts. Like just going towards like the Sacramento area to like going.
I bet.
Technically east. Technically it's East 80 at that point.
Yeah.
Man, it was like solid. And that honestly, I've only seen traffic that bad like maybe time. I think it was a holiday weekend. So,
yeah.
So it's definitely one of those things. Everyone definitely goes toward like Tahoe here, but yeah, I mean, even traffic it's kind of funny because like unless you go into the major cities like Oakland and San Francisco and stuff,
yeah,
traffic down here is like, they complain. They're like, oh my god, it's traffic, but the traffic down here, I'm still going like 20 miles an hour, maybe 30 miles an hour. Seattle, it's like literally stop and go, and it's like stop and go, and you get up to like 5 miles an hour for 3 seconds. So
yeah, no, and yeah, so we gotta go down to Aberdeen and then continue all the way into the coast. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I mean, it's gonna be fun. It's been a while since I've done a road trip, so and I was like, yeah, I'll regret it if I didn't go because originally we were supposed to have like plans tonight as well, like with some friends, and that fell through. And so originally, if all that was happening, like I was telling her, I was like, I kind of, go ahead and go. I kind of want to just like Saturday to myself. And that's when I was like, you know what? Morning time. Let's knock out our episode. We'll enjoy the rest of the day.
yeah.
And then after what? Yeah. And then, yeah. So with how busy everything is, finally things are shaking up. Dust is settling down. And so, yeah, sorry. I was like, yeah, man, can't do it anymore.
I was gonna say, yeah, you changed the time like 8 times. I'm like, bro, what are we doing?
Yeah, no, this week was a little intense, but now things are finally settling down. Dust is finally clear. So Yeah. So I'm excited. It's gonna be a fun drive.
Yeah,
It's been a while. Yeah. I'm not gonna
I
put as
know,
much miles as you've done,
bro.
but
That was
still a lot of
intense.
miles.
It was
Yeah.
intense. Like
Yeah.
I swear, bro, I was going like Delulu, like the last like hour and a half of that drive. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, granted, at that point I was what 10 hours, 12 hours in almost. Well, I broke it
Damn.
up, so technically, like I was about 11 hours in, 10 hours.
How much did you do the second day after you stayed the night in Portland?
I mean, I did the rest of the way.
So you just stayed in Portland and just went the whole way?
Yeah, yeah. So I
Jeez.
basically I drove to Salem, which was about 2.5 hours. Obviously I left at like 10 o'clock, so I didn't get there
Yeah.
until like
I know. I was so surprised. I was like, dude, you could come back over and but then like yeah, it got until like 9 p.m. and you were just like, yeah, I'm heading home or I'm heading back towards that way.
yeah, no, I debated it for a while, but
Yeah.
bro, talking about traffic, I mean, we obviously know Seattle's traffic is pretty bad, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's because it's one of those things. Like Seattle's traffic is bad because they fucked it up when they planned it, right? It's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, let's put
Mm-hmm.
the highway right through the middle of the city. Yeah,
Yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Um, but then you go down to Portland and the traffic is worse.
Yeah.
And they
It's
have
way bad.
area to expand the traffic, the
Yeah.
lanes and everything. So it's kind of funny. It's just like if there was one area that I'd rather avoid traffic wise, like between
Yeah.
Seattle and Portland, it's probably Portland.
Portland's
Um,
the worst is because it's like they have a big highway system, but then they're like, hey, by the way, um, once you get into the city center, there's gonna be 5 lanes that merges with you. And
yeah,
oh yeah, if you want to get off, you better make sure that you travel across 20 lanes to get to the exit. Or if you miss it, it's gonna be half an hour later. And you're
yeah,
gonna miss the exit completely. It's
yeah.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So yeah,
What are you doing? Why the fuck
yeah,
is it your system is
yeah,
way better than Seattle's, but yet it's
yeah.
so much worse.
Because at least Seattle, like, yeah, the traffic sucks, but then it's like it's nice because you can get off at any exit and you could take the back roads to wherever you need to go, you know?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
Yeah, dude. So that's really why I left on was it Tuesday night? Because I
yeah.
just wanted to get through that Portland area because I knew like if I left Wednesday morning, don't matter what time, I would have hit dab smack in the
Oh,
middle of the
100%.
morning commute.
Yeah.
So,
That's smart doing it at night.
yeah. So I knocked out at least that. So I got to Salem. So, I was
Is that what
about
you did? You did the hotel,
yeah. I just did a hotel. My dad said
which
he
is
would pay
nice.
for it because,
Yeah.
obviously we were up there, or I was up there helping him. So he was just like, oh, let me book you a hotel. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
no, cool. So booked a hotel.
Nice that is in Salem. That is like, kind of out of the city limits,
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
out
Yeah.
of Portland limits. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was nice to just be, not near Portland.
Yeah.
So obviously went like 40 minutes past Portland. Um, got there about 1 a.m., checked in, settled down for a minute, went to bed, woke up like 7:30. Um, laid there till about 8:30 and then was like, all right. I didn't have to get up like super early to leave or anything.
Yeah.
So it's kind of laid there and then I left about 9:30 because I was like, well,
Yeah.
I might as well eat the free breakfast that's here. Take advantage of it. I mean, I paid whatever, so I might as well eat it.
Yeah.
And then was on my way. Only downside was like getting coffee anywhere, and I didn't
Yeah.
really like the coffee at the hotel was like me.
Yeah.
But like any of the
Folkers.
coffee shops was like a mile back the other direction. So I'm like,
Oh, really?
no, I'm good. I'm just gonna go. I was like, oh, I'll just stop at
Why?
the nearest Starbucks or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was
Well,
in my
Salem. Yeah.
direction. In my direction, I was going because I would have had to go north to get it,
Yeah.
and I was just like, I'll just go south. And I'm like, the next closest one south was in Eugene, which was like another 25 minutes. And I was like, bro,
Wait,
what the?
like what coffee spot were you thinking of?
No, I was just going to any coffee spot, like Starbucks, whatever. But it was like
Yeah.
the next one was like 20 minutes down the road. And I was like, bro, what the heck? So I just started, and then like 15 minutes into it, I was like, I looked at the map to see where I had to go to get off, like or once I got off the like the exit and stuff. And it had
Yeah.
me going like all circles and lines all over the place. And I'm like, bro, that's way too complicated for just under before 10 a.m. in the morning. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
go. And I had a Celsius in my cooler.
Yeah.
Because my dad bought me two before I left, so I just kept one in the cooler. Uh, and because I
Oh,
was at a residence inn, there was a big fridge and a freezer and stuff, so I had a
yeah.
little bit of ice in my little lunch bag thing.
Right. So
Um,
I just Googled it really quick because I was gonna be like, well, your next stop south, I thought like you could go to Woodburn,
no, no,
but
no.
now that
Salem's
I'm looking
past
at it,
Woodburn. Yeah,
yeah, now I just Googled it. That kind of blew my mind because for some reason I thought Salem was somewhere in between Portland and Woodburn, but
yeah.
no,
No,
Woodburn's behind.
Woodburn's like in between Salem and Portland.
Yeah, I got it backwards. I was Googling, I was like, well, you could have went to Woodburn, but then I was like, no, Woodburn's actually backwards. Yeah,
Yeah,
that blew my mind.
yeah.
Okay.
So I was just past, I think, like the airport in Salem along I-5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next, like, I didn't want to drive 10 minutes the other way just to get coffee. So I was like,
Oh
fuck
yeah,
it,
100%.
I'm going south. And I think the next coffee place, I'm looking at I-5 here on this map because I just pulled it up too. Let's see. The next coffee place was like 15 or 20 minutes down the road. It was in where the hell was it? Rosedale, Sunnyside, I think, is where it was at.
Sunnyside.
Yeah. It
Well, I
was
guess
like,
that makes sense.
yeah, it was like
Yeah.
just before, and people who are listening, and you might be familiar with like Enchanted Forest in Oregon, like the attraction with all the weird shit in the middle of the forest. Anyways,
I've never been
some of it,
actually.
yeah, some of it was. I mean, I've never been, but there was some like weird stuff, old stuff from like Point Defiance and that kind of stuff. Like, so if you Google
Yeah, I'm
Enchanted
Googling right
Forest,
now.
it's just like a
Oh
bunch of like
yeah.
Humpty Dumpty, weird looking fairy tale type of children's tales type of thing,
Is
but
it
it's
still
like,
like is it a theme park that's actually still active, like with the rides and stuff?
yeah, I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Like a lot of people still go there and stuff. So I think it was like just before that exit that the coffee was at and stuff, and I'm like, bro, I'm good. So I just powered through it, and it was kind of crazy because I was like obviously so focused on the drive that once I left Salem, I was just on the road until I got to Medford,
Yeah.
which was about, I want to say 3.5 hours away ish, 3 hours. I'm trying to think
Hmm.
because that 2.5 hours from Tacoma would have put me, it's about an 11-hour drive. 2.5 would have been 8.5. Medford's about 440. Yeah, so it was about 4 hours
Hmm.
roughly. Yeah, so about 4 hours. I got to Medford. I stopped, ate lunch, got gas, and I honestly just sat in my car. Even though I did get out, I stretched a little bit because I was just in the car for 4 hours. Stretched, kind of chilled for about an hour, and then I hit the
Hmm.
road again. Um, and then it was just a straight shot. I kind of went through the mountains because that's all in
You
the
actually
mountains.
you actually got home pretty quickly. I was pretty surprised.
Oh yeah, I mean, without that hour break, I would have just like
Yeah.
powered through it, but I needed it because I was like, bro, I'm tired.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, like, because by the time we got home, because we're in downtown all day for work, and then we had to
yeah,
go all the way from Seattle to pick up Axel at daycare, and then before we came back home, and by the time I checked on your location that you shared with me, I was like, oh, you're already in California or whatever city you were when I texted you, and you were like, oh yeah, I'm getting dinner.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that's where I live. So,
yeah,
um, but yeah, no, I mean, I powered through it because Medford's like kind of the last. Well, it's not technically the last, because you're already technically in the mountains because you're going through Grants Pass and all that stuff, and Medford's kind of
yeah,
a mountain town. Um, and then typically I would stop, depending if I was driving up, I would stop in. It's called Wairika. It's like
yeah.
this super small mountain town. But it's like before the big portions of the mountain. So I just went through, bro, and some, I will never understand why some semi truck drivers just think they're like speed racers.
Yeah.
bro, the old there was one time during this whole drive back, this semi was just like cut off the guy in front of me. He had to
Hmm.
slam his brakes, which made me have to slam my brakes. I'm like, we're
Yeah.
going 80 up a freaking mountain. Like, what makes you think you're gonna cut in front of? Anyways,
Yeah.
he swerved back over, but I was like, Jesus, not the. I was like, all right, I'm awake, but yeah. Anyways, I was kind of in the mountains,
No laws, so that's why they're like,
bro.
no,
I'm
fuck it.
saying, but yeah. So we got through there, or I did drove through the mountains, got through all of that stuff, and Reading is um, kind of the first town city in
Yeah.
California that's like out of the mountains. So I kind of just went through that, and then, like I said, I think I hit just before Sacramento, and that's when I was like literally just getting Delulu. I was zoning out
Jeez.
when I was driving. You know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
like staring at the road. When you like I wasn't even like tired, but I was just like looking at the road, and I was like drifting and hitting like the bumps on the side. And then I was like, but
Yeah.
I'm staring right at the road. I'm like, bro, I'm not even sleeping. I'm just like, like zoned. Um, it was crazy because I got onto like 505 from I-5 just to connect down to 80 to where I needed to
Yeah.
go. Bro, I kid you not. I was going to stop just to stretch and do whatever, just to like, because I was zoning out a little bit.
Right.
Bro, the first three rest stops along that stretch of highway were closed. And I'm like,
Oh,
bro,
jeez.
what is this? And then I got squeezed out of one because two semis blocked me in. And I'm like, bro, I just want to
No.
stop. And by the time I was just like, oh, look, another rest stop, I was probably like 25 minutes from home. So I was like,
Yeah.
fuck it. I'm just going to power through this real quick. Um, and then as I was getting close to home, Allie was just like, can you pick up In and Out? I'm like, what? You first of all, you never asked for In and Out. So I don't know
Right.
where this came from. Two, don't tempt me with a good time because I will stop and get it because I love In and Out,
Yeah.
even though I don't go as much, obviously, because I live down here now. So it's like it's not like a novelty type of thing anymore,
Yeah.
like where it's like, oh, I have to get that. Now that I just live 7 minutes down the road from an In and Out, I'm like,
Yeah.
meh, So it's kind of like one of those things. But now, yeah, when you texted me, I was like, I was already basically home. So I made pretty decent time. I mean, I powered
That
through
was
that.
pretty good, man.
I
Yeah.
powered
It
through
was,
that, what, 8.5 hours. So
yeah, it was literally just like a regular regular work day.
yeah, no, I mean, I left at 9:30. I got back about six, or no, after I grabbed food, I got back about 7:15 or
Yeah.
7:30. But yeah, no, it was a long drive. But it was nice that I got home Wednesday because then it was still like we ate dinner, we went on a quick walk because I've been in the car all day.
Yeah.
And then Thursday was chill. Like I just chilled. Like, I was just like, I wanted to do some things, but I was like,
Yeah.
bro, I'm tired. I have a headache because I also wasn't
Yeah.
dehydrated. I wasn't drinking during this drive.
Oh yeah.
I was so focused on driving that I was just like, oh, I kind of forgot to drink water.
Yeah.
Um, the only thing I really had was like the energy drink at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
to keep me going. But other than that, no, yeah, it was like one of those things. Like I went to the bathroom like in total of that one day, like twice,
Jeez.
which is kind of crazy when you think about it. Because I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Right.
But
I mean, when you're determined to do something, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. You know.
mhm.
Yeah. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
at some point it breaks, but at some point, an 8 hour drive, it's not bad.
yeah, it's long. It's long.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly thought I was gonna get home at like close to midnight. So
Yeah. I thought the same thing, and I was like, oh, you're already back home.
yeah, no, I powered through that.
Yeah.
It was a little rough, but
Yeah.
smooth but rough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're just sitting there. It gets to a point where like how your car. I mean, we have the same car, but you know how like the seat it's a bucket seat, so like it
Yeah.
hugs your
Yeah.
legs. Bro, my hips or my like the outside of my like gluteus. Oof, those things were hurting because it was just like
Yeah.
this cupping, and I'm like, okay, I need to like Like I'm sitting there driving with like cruise control and I'm like trying to stretch and like get
Yeah.
reposition myself. I'm like, bro, that was rough. But
Jeez.
yeah, but
Yeah.
it, it is what it is. We made
Yeah. But we made it. Things are I mean, I still got a long drive tomorrow. But hey, it's been a while since I did a road trip. Um especially in my own car, right? I haven't usually in the past couple months I'd been doing road trips that, driving 3, 4, 5 hours, but in another country. But yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. But now I'm in the comfort of my own car, knowing the ins and outs of it. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, no, it is nice. Like, yeah, even
Yeah.
when we drove up together, um, the previous last week, it was, it's nice. It's just it's
Yeah.
chill, and plus you have someone to talk to, do all that stuff.
Hmm.
Driving by yourself, though, that is, yeah,
Yeah.
typically like 2 hours max is like, okay, I can do that by
Yeah.
myself, like solo.
Yeah.
That's fine. But man, that was a long day. But it is what it is, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take the drive
Well,
down sometime, man.
yeah. We'll probably take a flight first.
Yeah,
We're
no,
gonna
that's
go out
fair.
there and
That's
see you
fair.
guys. But yeah, man. That's all I got for it was good to just jump on real quick, say hi to each other, catch up.
I know. I was hoping to get
Um,
Ray on here so we could have an exclusive interview of why the heck he decided to pick Bo Nix in the first round. But
you know what? Let's save that for next week.
yeah,
I'm gonna hit him up. Yeah.
shoot.
Let's do a fantasy football breakdown. And
Yeah,
get
no,
into the
I'm
mind.
I'm curious. I just want to know.
Yeah.
I just want to
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
what that
Because
was about.
if he's listening now, as this is a preview for next week's episode, um, just for backstory, we all did a friends, our annual friends, fantasy football draft and league that we're in every year, or all our college buddies. And Ray, did he have the number one pick? No, he had like, did he have
Nah,
the
he
number one
was
pick?
no. He was like, let's see. I have
Fifth,
it. Hold on.
fourth, or fifth?
He had
Let's see.
no, he had like the seventh or eighth. I had pick five, I think. Pick six.
Okay, let's see.
Let's
I'm gonna
see.
look at
I
it right
have it
now.
up right now. Hold on. Draft results. Just because I have it. No, he had the sixth pick. His pick was right after mine.
Sixth pick, huh? Well, anyways, as his first pick overall for his team in the sixth pick, he
Yeah,
picked
round one.
Bonix. Yeah, for those who's not familiar with fantasy football, for those who do understand, um having the sixth pick overall in your first pick be a quarterback, specifically a rookie quarterback, if you know. For those who don't understand, um,
I just
the
hold on. I want to know who he kept first. Now that I'm like thinking about this, who did he kept Jacoby Myers.
yeah,
Okay. I mean, that's like all right. And
that's it.
then yeah, I think he only kept the one.
Only one.
No. He kept he kept Justin Fields.
Right. Now, okay, don't get me wrong.
Which I
We'll,
maybe
we'll talk. We'll talk to him about it next
yeah,
week.
yeah. We'll we'll
Yeah,
we'll we'll do a
we'll get into the
full
weed of it.
dive into
Yeah,
this whole thing. We'll see how he's feeling
yeah,
after week one. Week one's technically next week, anyways. We are less
yeah,
than
yeah,
7 days from kickoff of the 2024 season. So
yeah. I'm excited.
yeah, I'm
Football
excited.
season's back.
I am interested to see. I mean, this is a preview of next week's episode, essentially. So if you're listening,
Yeah,
tune in if you want to hear why Bo Nix was taken at number 6 when you had. I mean, you had it's crazy. You had
Mhm.
what? Saquon. You had Justin Jefferson, Jetta. You had Jonathan Taylor and Amon-Ra St. Brown sitting there,
Yes.
and you went with the rookie quarterback. I want to know the thought here because I mean, hey, he's either
Yeah,
going to be a madman or a fucking genius. We'll put it
yeah,
that way.
yeah. It's one or the other.
It's one or the other. Hey, who knows? This could pay off for him.
Yeah, yeah,
Not just I was going to say maybe he saw Justin Fields and Russell Wilson both sucking in the preseason.
Yeah.
And he was just like, "Oh no, I have."
Well, I heard Justin Fields. Well, no. I'm wrong. I heard that I thought I saw news that Justin Fields was going to start, but no.
Nah,
It was more. It was more the fact that uh, Mike Tomlin, Mike Tomlin, no, yeah, Tomlin,
yeah,
yeah. Um, he said that he would use Justin Field in packages,
yeah.
so that he's not just sitting a majority of the time because he does have talent. But anyways, we'll save it for next week. We'll get Ray on and see how it goes. But other than that, any last words before we wrap it up? Call it good night and continue on our another busy weekend.
Nah, I think we're good. I know it was a hectic week. Hectic week.
Yeah, definitely. Looking forward to a little calmer week, but this weekend's
Well,
busy.
yeah.
Next weekend's busy for me, and then yeah, so not a lot of light in the tunnel, but there's a few calm spots. All right, man. Well, thanks so much. Uh, like I said, I love to end with our favorite saying. Keep the dialogue going. That's how we learn and grow. And that's how we learn and grow with each other. Even if we didn't have a topic, it's been a crazy week, crazy um school year start for the entire country for most of the students. So pretty much means end of summer, right? Not the solstice, but like, the political end of summer, the social end of summer. Um, at least for the students, right? But even if we had nothing to talk about, slow news day, anything like that, Tyler and I still jump on, exchange a little highs and lows and see how we've been doing and end the night. So keep thinking together, keep talking together, keep growing together, and we'll see y'all next time.